going on, guys? Bane here with Paintball Media. Today we're going to talk about the MCS bolt. But first things first, if you guys have watched multiple of my other videos, you're going to notice that I do have a new tech mat that was made by Thomas Presson. Super cool. They were custom designed. It's extremely flexible. It's like a giant mouse pad almost. So it's washable. Pretty awesome. So if you want to check that out, that's Paracord Addiction, and get yours today. And without further ado, let's talk about the bolt. The MCS bolt is ran on 98 internals. So if you have a 98 laying around, you can get this kit and throw your internals in it. So first thing we're going to do is see that it fires. Next, we are going to break it down. Start with the barrel. And then we have one push pin right here. Pop that out and take the mag adapter off. Set that aside. And now it's pretty plain and simple. Just like any other marker that you have at home, you take your 1/8 Allen wrench. You don't want to take this little cover off. Thing's on there pretty well. There. Take your 1/8 Allen wrench and just undo all the screws. There's one. Two. Three. Four. And that one will be at 3:30 seconds, it looks like. Yep. So with this one, you want to grasp the other end and continue turning. Because if you notice, that comes out in two different parts. So you want to set that one aside. And these two are connected to the firing mechanism. These ones are also different that you want to keep separated from the others. Then you take the bottom off here, the air intake. And pop those two screws out, keep those separate. All right. And this should just pop right down. See. Maybe. Seems like it's stuck a little. Take these grips off, see what's underneath. So once again, you're going to want your 3/32 Allen wrench. Take these tiny screws out. Like I said, that's the reason why I like to do these videos live, because if there's any mishaps, everybody gets to know. when nothing's hidden. And if you notice, there is a bolt, a screw that was underneath the grip. There you go. Peel that apart. And we do have a tiny Phillips head at the top here. So take your Gerber or whatever you use and just get that tiny Phillips head out. And after that, this should pop right out. Seems like there's something else blocking it. So we're going to remove this other. There we go. There you go, like that. Now, split this in half to reveal. Yeah, it's all just stuck together. That's what it is. Just a little sticky. There's the internals of the bolt. Like I said, they're 98 custom. 98 custom threads. We got, looks like an A5 neck feed to screw your barrels into. Break it down a little more. You got your bolt, or the back portion, front portion, the detent, and then where all the magic happens, right there. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to put it back together, take the front portion, put it on, put the detent back, get that barrel adapter in there, slide that back in, and just twist until the hole opens up and you can fit the spring in. There it is. Slide the O-ring over and then put the stopper in. There you go. Like that. We're going to take the other half of the shell and just drop it on. Like so. Take your screws. There's one. Screw that down. And then the back portion. There's two. Now after looking at this a little more, I'm going to take this farther down with the 3/32. Take both sides of the grip off. After looking at it, the way that it was sent to us was just stuck. So you shouldn't have to take, you shouldn't have to take this part off. Just leave it all together. It looks like it was just stuck, so I just used a little more force. I didn't want to try to break it, so I wasn't putting too much force behind it. But since we have it undone, let's take it apart. There's the internals there. So it's all just one piece. Pretty cool, pretty simple. Just drop that in, make sure that the safety still slides free. Now we're going to take that Phillips head again and put it back. And then we're going to screw it on. There we go. I'm going to take the back bolt or the back screw, put that back in. Like that. And then we're going to take the grips here. We're going to put the grips over and screw those back in. Again with the 3/32. Because we are changing sizes from the normal to the other. And I was wrong. We are using the 5/64 for this, for the grip. So make sure that you grab, and it's backwards. Make sure you grab the 5/64 and put it on the correct way. That might help you. There we go. Screw that one down. Screw that one down. And then flip it. And the bottom two screws came out. That's no problem. Just throw them right in there. And then repeat. So all in all, this was fairly easy. Let's see here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws and a push pin. So fairly simple. Or 2, 4, 5. Alright, you have 6 screws and push pin. Now you just slide this up. Let's see here. A little tight. There we go. Slide it up in there. Aha, that's why. There we go. So these back portions that look like the nut, they are actually the other half of the screw. So the firing grip will not be pulled out until you remove those, which explains the trouble that we were having earlier. So just line it and slide those back in, which is fairly nice because that means that you cannot get them mixed up. Because once again, you're going to want to take these to attach the fire, the trigger mechanism back up here. Take your 5 or your 1/8 and tighten them back down. There's one. And that one's giving me a little trouble. There we go. Two. Now take the bottom pieces, slide them in there. Oh. Get back to those. Alright. Now we're going to want to put this screw back in. This one holds the magwell adapter. So like I said, grab one end and just hand tighten. And then, you want your 30 seconds to finish tightening it. There you go. And we're going to put the push pin back in. Like so. And then the barrel. And the reason why I did not attach this is because while taking it apart, I did not put the nuts back in it together. And like I said, it happens. Reasons why my videos are live. It's because if I mess up, everybody can know what not to do. Take the Allen wrench, pop those out. A lot simpler. Then again, 5/64. Make sure that's the right side. That is not. So by flipping it over, have it going towards your left hand. That is where the bolt connects to. Or where the screw goes. Screw is facing this way. There we go. Exposing the screw. Again with the 1/8. Gonna expose the bottom half here so we can break it apart and drop in our nuts. There's one and two. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I just feel it's easier than taking the whole thing apart. That way we can just quick in, quick out. And just align them with the holes. There's one. There you go. Closed. Get the correct screw. Put it in. Again with the 1/8. Now you don't want to crank it down, just hand tight. Then drop these, the little ones in, and grab your 5/64, which is the smallest one, and hand tighten those down. Don't crank. These are rubber. You could possibly tear straight through the rubber. You just want them nice and snug. Don't want to ruin it, your grip. There you go. Then we're going to drop that back in. See how smooth it fits now? Just had that one sticky spot. Drop this back nut in. Line it up right. You might have to wiggle it around a little. There. You know what? We'll do the front portion first. There. Seems like it goes in a little bit easier. Put your finger on the other side so you hold it in place so it doesn't move on you. And then wiggle that one in. And tighten it down. and drop the back portion in like so. Top screw. Once again, put your finger there, kind of wiggle it a little, get it to drop in place. There. And then, like all the other ones, you don't want to crank it down, just nice and snug. Nice and snug. Then the bottom two, short one goes towards the front, long one goes towards the back. Pop it in. And nice and snug. There's that one. And that one. Take the little rubber piece, drop it back in, pull it back, take it off safe direction, pull the trigger. There you have it. Now, I have done the storm, the hurricane, or the hurricane, and now the bolt. So next Friday, stay tuned, and we're going to go over the vortex, and then we will have them all lined up, and we'll be slinging some paint downrange with every single one of them. And pretty good markers. I like the push pin idea. Take the mag feed adapter off. Pretty nice and simple. I really like that about it. So we'll see how they hold up during firing. And once again, if you like my tech mat, you can get yours custom done at Paracord Addiction. Check it out. Thomas Preston's a really good guy. So yeah, gonna be fun next Friday. Like I said, we're going over the vortex. If you want to check out the other ones of the storm, the hurricane, either those two, I will put them in the comments below so you can click on the link and find them right away. Thanks. Have a great day.